Hello and welcome to the first part of my Age of Empires 2 HD Edition playthrough. Now, I'm assuming most people who are watching this are like me, and so you have a great feeling of nostalgia for Age of Empires. I used to play it all the time as a kid when I was 12 years old. I played this all the time, this and Age of Mythology when that came out. But I thought I'd never really finished the campaigns when I was a child, because obviously I kind of got bored with the actual campaign. I just played multiplayer all the time, so I'd go back and finish it all. You might be watching this thinking, is it worth the money that it costs? I think it's probably around £15 roughly. I haven't checked that, but is it worth it? From what I can tell, all that's changed is obviously the graphics. You're going to still get the same playthrough, the same kind of bad AI, but if you're kind of looking for nostalgia, kind of through rose-tinted glasses, then I would definitely pick it up. Especially for me, because I actually lost my original edition, so I got this one. And quite a few old games don't actually play on new computers, so bear that in mind if you ever want to play it again. Alright, so we should probably just get started. Started with the tutorial, of course, because we might as well get through all of it, and you get the William Wallace campaign, which is quite interesting to watch. So, I'll get through. At the beginning it's going to be quite obvious and maybe slightly boring, but it'll be over quite quickly. Alright, so here we go.
Age of Empires 2 is about empire building, combat and conquest. You start from humble beginnings, a small village in the Dark Ages. You explore to expand your borders, conduct trade to boost your economy, and research technologies to grow your civilization into a mighty empire. But there are difficulties too. Cunning enemies and rivals that oppose you, powerful castles to destroy, tyrants to bring down. And if you're skillful and a little lucky, you just might build a wonder of the world and create an empire that will stand the test of time. To learn how empires are built, help our first hero, William Wallace, in his fight against his oppressors.
We are without a leader. The dead King of Scotland has no heir. War creeps in from the south, where Edward Longshanks, the avaricious King of England, has returned from successful campaigns to conquer Wales and France. As Longshanks turns his attention to Scotland, the shadow of fear settles across the Highlands. The English have thousands of Welsh longbowmen, hundreds of knights on horseback, and dozens of siege weapons. We Scottish have a rabble of untrained soldiers who do not even know how to march in a straight line. We must act soon if we have any chance of resistance. We need to forge an army by any means necessary. The English are terrorizing all of Scotland, and it's time for us to fight back. But if we're to defeat them, every one of us will need to learn how to march and fight. Follow the path to the blue flag. First, click the soldier.
Alright, well, before we get started, I just want to say I actually love the way they do cutscenes in Age of Empires 2, especially now looking back at it years later. They could have done it kind of in-game like they did with Age of Mythology, where you kind of see the models, and it looks quite good, and obviously it's dynamic at the time. But I just think it's absolutely timeless, like the drawings and the accents and all that stuff. I just think it gives it kind of a classic kind of vintage look. Alright, let's get started.
Good! Now, move to the next flag.
Any basic stuff so far,
the soldier,
just moving ahead.
Then
So if you've played an RTS before, you know all this stuff. This is all kind of your bread and butter, if even simpler than that actually. But if you've never played one before, then I suppose this is quite a good kind of introduction to RTS in general.
The black area reveals more of the map. The black area represents unexplored territory. That's all there is to it. Now go on to the next flag, where you'll meet some allied soldiers.
Alright, so what we got? We've got 3 militia and a knight. Okay,
To move all your soldiers at once, click near the units and drag around them. Then right-click to move them. Try moving your soldiers to the next flag.
So yeah, as you might be able to tell here, the graphics aren't incredible. They haven't been completely remade. They've just touched up a bit so it can be done on like a kind of modern laptop.
Outpost.
Scroll up to the outpost building by moving the mouse to the very top of the screen. Then click the red outpost. Good.
It's a terrifying
Now,
English
scroll back down
unmanned
until
tower.
You can see your
How
soldiers
will we ever
again by
survive?
moving your mouse to the very bottom of the screen. Select your soldiers by clicking near them and dragging a box around them. While on the road to the
Alright, here we go.
outpost, it's time to knock it down. Right-click the outpost to attack it.
Take this, you monstrous English building. Yes, this will teach the British to build small buildings in our neighbourhood. Wow, look at those frame graphics.
The outpost is destroyed. That should slow the English raids. Keep following the path to the village. Home sweet home. But wait. The English are angry that you destroyed their outpost.
What?
They're coming to attack your village.
No!
Don't panic.
Alright.
Just click your soldiers and right-click the red English soldiers to attack.
Yeah, take this,
Enemy
you English
soldiers,
bastards.
and you will have won your first battle.
Truly a battle to go down in the ages.
Good job.
Okay, there we go.
Now you know how to fight back against the English army.
Well, that's nice, simple.
Scotland has soldiers now, if only a few. But if we are to turn back the greed of Edward Longshanks, we will need many more recruits. Much more gold in our coffers. These ancient stones and oaks around us will soon be steeped in the blood of clansmen.
Alright, so we move on straight to part 2.
An army marches on its stomach, or so the old saying goes. My clansmen have been farming and tending sheep for hundreds of years, but gathering enough food to feed an army is a different matter entirely. Without a strong economy, the meager forces that we've cobbled together will collapse again. To support the Scottish army, you'll need to build up your stockpile of resources. To win, gather 50 food, 50 wood, and 50 gold. To gather food from the forage bush, click a village. Then right-click a forage bush near the blue flag. In the status area at the bottom of the screen, you can see how much food the villager is carrying. The villager continues to gather from the forage bush until he's carrying 10 food.
Alright, well now he's finally finished talking.
The villager will
oh,
continue
no, apparently
working
not.
for you, carrying the food to the town centre. The amount of food you have is shown in the upper left corner of the screen. In addition to your food stockpile, you can see your current wood, gold, and stone stockpiles.
Finished?
The more
No,
villagers
apparently
you
not.
have, the faster you can gather resources. Assign your new villagers to gather food. Good! You found some gold!
Alright, now that he's finally finished talking, I want to say that I really love the fact that it has 4 resources in Age of Empires. I mean, quite a few modern strategy games, you know, like StarCraft 2 or Dawn of War, you either have like 2 resources like a StarCraft 2, or you can have like 1 kind of just requisition kind of idea in Dawn of War kind of thing. And I suppose you could have, it depends which one, but there's never really more than 2. And I love the fact you have 4, because I think it just gives you more kind of versatility. It means you have more strategic points to defend. I think it just makes the game a lot more complicated and a lot more interesting, because you have to think about, you know, where's my gold supply going to come from, where's my stone, and just all these different factors interacting. I just love that much more than, you know, just investing in gas or minerals. And I suppose I never really got into StarCraft 2, so you might have a different opinion. Alright, so here we go. Come on, man, the fate of Scotland depends in your hands.
You now have 50 food. To win, also gather 50 wood and 50 gold. Good job! You now have enough wood. To gather wood, click a villager, then right-click a tree. If you haven't found any gold yet, Search in the unexplored territory.
Right, just waiting on gold now. Come on. Alright.
You're well on your
There we
way
go.
to making a city. Excellent! You now have enough gold.
Sweet victory.
Edward Longshanks, for all his disrepute, has shown military tactics in Wales, England, and France to be very effective, if not cruel and ruthless. He's indeed an enemy to be feared. The English sacked the town of Berwick upon Tweed. Would that I could call it a battle, but it was truly more of a massacre. Unless we organize our army, there will be more massacres to follow. I pray we can be ready for Longshanks coming.
Alright, well I'll stop the video here. We'll go and carry on to the other ones afterwards. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you didn't like it, don't leave a like. But just more importantly, leave a comment if there's any way you think I could improve it, because obviously telling me how to improve it then means that I can make the videos better for you. So we've had the quite obvious simple ones so far, but we'll get on to more interesting ones soon, don't worry.